Okay. I've done that before, but it still feels like I'm new here. Well, it is a new way of doing the old thing because I'm using a new computer that I just built a week and a half ago. And there has been only a few things I've done with it. It's not really my production computer. It's going to be, and maybe through actions like this, I will get confidence I need to get things going. So one of the best things I can say about having set up like this is that everything is ready. I can just sit down to it and stream. Forgive me some delays here. I'm still setting things up. So right now I'm setting up my microphone. I just realized that drivers are not quite there. And my microphone sounds kind of funny. Very loud. I don't know if I'm loud to you as well. But let's get that going. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all good, in fact. Tone. Yeah, I think that's what the settings had before. So they're just saved on a microphone. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. All right. So I don't expect anyone will actually watch this. My previous recording was seen by just a couple of people, and I'm not surprised because there isn't really much to see, nor people know about me. So it's kind of okay because I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make sense out of this. One thing I want to try. This setting. Okay, doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. So I need you to bear with me, obviously. This is, what is this even? Well, I'll be building a game. I'll be building a video set in Unreal Engine. And I've been using Unreal Engine for a while. Can you see this? Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I've been using Unreal Engine for some time. But I decided to, as with my new computer and with my new setup and whatnot, I decided to start fresh because in the process of learning this wonderful application, I became aware of so many mistakes I've done. I created a scene that was looking kind of nice in Blender, but I realized once I was done with it in Blender, I realized that it was supposed to be interactive. And in Blender, you can kind of walk around, but you cannot really make interactive game or anything like that. So I moved the whole thing to Unreal Engine, only to realize how many things I need to fix. So I spent another few months doing that. And then once I did that, okay, I could show you this. I mean, maybe I show it to you now and then we'll just never talk about it again. Boom. So it's, which one is it? I think this. Yeah, I'm still moving things over, so I'm not like, fully aware of what's going on. You will see the project I've been working on before. Is it loading? Yeah, it's quite bloated. So that's part of the problem. It became huge on my hard drive and huge to handle for my computer. If you know Unreal Engine, you know that Mac and Unreal Engine, they don't really go together very well, but that's kind of what I had available. And I've been using that for like a year. And you know what? Things didn't really work well, but I could still learn things and could still do tutorials. You know, I could I could go through tutorials, stuff like that, but I couldn't really do a proper work. Okay, what is that? I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is something I've been working on. Okay, I think this is what I want to show you. Is it? No. Yeah, this is a project that I imported. It's not even the latest one. Yeah, I think it's this. I'll show roughly what I've been working on. Okay. So this is a, okay. This is a store, convenience store that I built in Blender, and it's mostly used. There are some mega scans and whatnot, but a lot of stuff here I did from scratch. And I was very proud of. And of course, there was a lot of things that I did, and later I deleted those. Things. It's a shame because I was going circles basically. I was doing things, deleting them, and you know, it was all learning curve. As you see, lights are not really working well here. Let's run this. I don't know what's going to happen. There's like a mass crowd, humans working really slowly. Okay, it's not really properly built yet. Compiled. Let's give it a sec. I also removed a couple of buildings that I knew I will not use, so there's this empty space. But basically, it's I called it l'Elite District. Long story why, but it's a book. You know what? I don't want to make you wait too long. But yeah, sorry, it's not really very entertaining, is it? Okay, I'll show you like this. So this is kind of like a main piece of the scene. It's a convenience store where you could walk into and talk to the clerk. Here or in this main space of the shop. There were a couple of shelves here in the middle. I don't know what happened to them. Then there was another space. It was like a radio station thing. In this space, I got carried away and I started to create spaces, and yeah, without really clear idea what would that be. This is also just like a placeholder from Matrix city sample. That was a museum. In a museum, you could go into, and there would be like a current exhibition, and you would have like a guide to walk you through it. It was basically something to look at the content, and that was supposed to be actual digital art. So we would walk into this museum and look at the art, and there was AI guiding you through the experience. And here, of course, there was like a lot of NPCs and things happening. So you could always walk around, explore, and have adventures. You know, what else? Well, these are some apartment buildings. Here was a coffee shop, and this one was pre-made. Obviously, you may notice from Epic Store. It was pretty cool. So that was supposed to be like a place to hang and listen to music, right? So you walk in here, and the main utility of this was supposed to be like a cool, cozy place where you would just sit down, and leave it running on a computer, and it would be like a radio station, right? There would be some coffee noises, so you could enjoy this environment. There was nothing to do, maybe talk to other NPCs. That was the plan. But yeah, I just, obviously it's not finished. This was supposed to be a school where you would go to watch some tutorials and watch the AI tutors. Again, like interactive space for different purpose, you know. And that was supposed to be a park. I removed the trees because they were too complex. And obviously the whole thing is surrounded by water. And it's just that. Now I think ultimately this project broke because I just overdid it. It was too big and my computer couldn't handle it. And I don't know, at the end, I migrated it. Maybe I wanted to like optimize it heavily and it just wouldn't start again. So I lost my work. And this is what we're looking at, is like an older version of it, older copy. And I think I kept it only because I wanted to keep this store. But now when I'm looking at it, there's just barely anything in it. Like I don't have a heart to delete it because you know, I was working on those cigar boxes. I was working on these, like I was downloading labels from internet and I was modeling those cigars, and it was very time consuming. And of course, I did not instance them, so it was just super complex. And also for my current computer, it was just really hard to handle. I'll get back to this movie. Okay, it's one of my favorite movies. Not very well known, but this location is inspired by this movie, and I will show you in a sec in my inspiration board how does it all how is it all coming together, because this is also a tobacco store. It's a cigar store. Here are the snapshots from that, by the way. This is how the movie is looking like there. Harvey Keitel. Yeah, so it was heavily inspired by that movie, and it was supposed to be like extension of this movie, you know? It was supposed to be, I like that movie and I want to be in it. So I created this space. And then, like I said, I created it in Blender, and I realized, I won't be able to do anything there in Blender. I can animate it and that's about it. But I wanted to be interactive, okay? So again, this is my interactive, walkable, interactive, animated space to do things in, to learn, to consume content, to interact with AI. It's not the last version. It's like I did like twice the amount of work, but I lost it. So we are starting over now. I got a new computer that I built last week, and I installed Unreal Engine 5.6, which is absolutely fantastic. I feel like I can throw anything at that computer. I can feel like I can do anything. There are no limits. There's the store I was showing you just now, by the way. That's the original from the movie. Not quite what I came up with, but that's the best I could have done with just a little bit of skill that I had. Now this looks a lot better compared to what I created, obviously. Okay, this is PureRef, and it is a software to manage your inspiration, all right? So what we are going to do is I'll tell you about visuals and inspiration for the project I'll be making. And we will structure those photos. I'll tell you a little bit about them, and this will be my guideline for moving forward. Okay, so I want to. Why is this happening? Okay, you can see what I'm dragging. I need to remember not to use my right-click mouse here. Can I have a? That's actually a drawing tablet. Can I draw here? Draw. I can. Okay, so I'm thinking of creating something like. A vertical space, so it will be like insulated environment, a little bit like in the game about a cat. Do you know that game? It's like a stylized environment in your cat. It's one word. I need screenshots from that game here. Okay, so it's also like action of that game is also happening in like enclosed space. So what I'm thinking about is I would like to have a vertical set of dwellings. On the top, there will be like a radio tower with like a little hat with a glass front, and you'll be able to see DJ. And this DJ will be like the whole thing will be on like a stills or something on a platform, and then below you will have like a walkway, and this will be a house or apartment, something like that, and this will be a room with a chilled cowgirl type of a character. She'll be sitting at the table with her laptop and a cat, and she'll be listening to maybe this guy, right? She'll be listening to him. Then there'll be another walkway. There'll be like a couple of trees, shrubbery, like 'cause it needs to be nice to live in anyway. So this will be like a little square, and this will be our corner shop that you saw that this represents. And then there will be a museum building. Also, like everything is kind of on stills, and there's like a series of bridges, and there are cables everywhere, and because it's all kind of like you don't know if it's post-apocalyptic or what's going on, but this is where they are, and they are in this enclosed space, you know. So then you've got like a walkway down, and these are like dark alleys. There are buildings, there are like utility buildings, dark streets, back streets, and there will be also some people dwelling. Like this will be like maybe some hikers, whatever. So there will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, but there will be a lot more. But these will be people that will be visible here. Like there will be hundreds of people, maybe thousands. You'll never know. But this is kind of like a enclosed space that that we know in this environment. Now, what I want to do is I want to make this interactive, so you'll be able to talk to Chris. You'll be able to talk to Lyra. This is, I don't remember his name because I'm changing it all the time. But you'll be able to talk to that guy, to a lady in the museum, and a hiker in the dark alleys. So I'm developing those characters, and how do I disable this mode? Oh, okay. So you're able to interact with those characters, but also I'll be shooting videos in the Unreal Engine on those locations. So I'll be doing fiction series and like a serialized video project from this location, and it will also be like a interactive environment to consume content and whatnot. Okay, so these are our so you can think of it as like there are different levels to it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of inspirations. Okay, so the first one is that was kind of the first one I brought in here. This is somebody's project that I found on Level 80 blog. It's if you don't know it, it's just really nice curated feed of nice showcases, you know. Highly recommended. And this is exactly what I would like to create, but I will not copy that. I'll use it as inspiration. So it's like heavily Art Deco, a lot of mist. What I really like here is that there's no car traffic. There are those flying cars, and they are not really like obstructing your experience. Because in the project I've done before, what I showed you there before, the cars were a bit of a problem. I don't like cars in real life. I mean, I don't like driving. I like to be driven. I don't like to be in the traffic, and I don't feel like I want this in my game. It's okay to have cars that are parked, but I don't want to have like heavy traffic and noise and stuff. I would like to have a lot of people walking. I would like to be able to walk around freely, and I think flying cars And this vertical space is a really cool idea to, to manage all of this, to get it done. So this is like a first person perspective. I don't know if this is like walkable in the interactive. I think it's just illustration, like a set of illustrations that this dude made. It's really well done. I love it. Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, obviously, retrofuturism stuff. So I would like this to be very present as my inspiration. This is BioShock Infinite, a game from, well, I want to say over like 10, 12 years ago, probably more, but I still cannot used to getting old. So can I crop it? I would think I can crop. Can I crop this? This light is blinding me. How do streamers do that with light in their face? Okay, so this is very beautiful. This is like it's a beautiful city in the sky, and there's like a lot of weird mysticism and a lot of unknown. You don't really know why those buildings are floating. They've got some weird technology here, and you can move between those little islands. And sadly, the game doesn't really exploit a lot of that open air world. You're mostly indoors and like underground, underwater, whatever. But I was always hungry of this flavor, this bright flavor. And the game is quite dark. Now this is Lisbon. Oh, this is also part of the game. Let's add that here. I'm grouping these. Oh, am I? Okay. Then there is Lisbon. It's obviously a real world location. And I've been to Lisbon, I think, twice. I liked it a lot. Obviously, it's very overcrowded now. They have migrant problem. People who don't really know what to do with themselves, not for their own fault, I believe. But it's a complicated matter, obviously. This also belongs here, right? And this also. Okay. So here's our Lisbon. What I like about it is levels. I like how, it's not flat. There are those, it's not vertical, obviously, but you don't just walk horizontally. You climb all the time. There are staircases, and it just creates those really interesting layers. You can kind of walk up and see layers below. And yeah, I love the colors. Simple architecture with like very interesting, complex accents, and it's very eclectic and really nice in general. Like what's there not to like? So this is my another group. This is kind of like a random picture. I think it's from AI generator. Quite sure. When I copied this, I thought it could be a nice game, like isometric game, where you do some tasks. In general, I really find that using those AI image generators could be just such a wonderful source of inspiration for game, because it doesn't think about complexities, and it just gives you this premium. Like imagine this is like a resource gathering game, and you move you point at that character, you tell him where to go, and he's just doing this route, carrying something. They are talking. Those birds need to collect some seeds, whatever, and like there's like a whole map of that little town. It looks very simple because those houses are kind of the same, just textures are changing. So I thought it'd be interesting, but I don't know if I can feed from this in this project. I'll just delete it. And so here's the movie I was telling you about. This is Blue in the Face. I don't know names of all the actors, but you've got Harvey Keitel. All actors are just fantastic. This guy, do you know this guy? Oh, there are some people in the chat. Hello, Fizzle and Krishna. Look, I'm new to streaming, very new to streaming. So I forgot to look at the chat completely. Hi everybody. This guy, now I became shy all of a sudden. I'm not sure why two people have the same avatar. I'll figure that out later. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate that. This guy was the Gus character in Breaking Bad, and here he is as a young fella. So yeah, what I like about this movie, a lot of it is happening in this convenience store, okay, and there is just a whole bunch of random things happening, and interesting people come in. They are having interactions. They're telling stories. They are having problems of different sorts. I watched this movie maybe, I don't know, 6 times. Look at the eclectic interior, like all the little objects. Now, I chose this as my first serious project in Blender. And I know I just aimed too high because I was basically planning to make all of those items, and there are hundreds of them, right? And with my inexperienced eyes, I thought, well, there will be like 50, right? No, there's maybe like 50 objects in this one cabinet, right? Something I've noticed that was very interesting to me was that as I was recreating objects in this space, and I was changing angle to a different angle, like I'll show you an example. I mean, it's quite clear. Like here, to make this, they had to move this shelf, for example, out of the way so they could fit the drum kit, right? But even here, they had to move furniture around a lot. So I couldn't just, take screenshots from all over the place and use this as a reference. And I realized, yeah, I mean, the environment of a store is constantly evolving, constantly changing. From day to day even, right? There's new inventory coming in, there are items are being bought and sold and brought in. So a store doesn't ever look the same. Therefore, I can be quite relaxed about what is where, because people misplace things all the time. So when I realized that, I became really relaxed about the whole thing. But also, like, I was creating this environment on a gaming PC, and it was just really struggling with the demand, like just rendering all of those textures, and I didn't really know how to optimize those textures either. So I quickly became just locked out of my own creation. You know what I mean? So, but I still okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recreate this store. So yeah, basically I learned nothing. Okay, I've learned nothing. What is this happening? I've learned nothing, and I'll be doing it again. Okay, I don't know why this is happening to me. Okay, I'll just move it here, whatever. So that's my another set. This is another asset. I'll just show you. So that will be the back alley. It's a Tokyo in the rain, industrial area, very beautiful. A lot of things to look at, a lot of pipes, a lot of cables, utilities, fans. It's really nice. But when I was creating environment with this, I also realized that this is there's a problem here because I'm creating a very depressing area, and I realized, no, I need to make it actually nice to be in. So many people create. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring something here. A lot of people create like post-apocalyptic. So I'm trying to bring chat into my OBS captions, but why did I had it? I don't have it now. Did I mention I just moved from Mac to a PC? Well, that's what's happening right now. So I'm getting a little bit confused. But yeah, so I want to, like, the reason why I want to have this, those levels is this will be my dark level. This will be my like little town level, and this will be like very dreamy level with radio station in the sky, like literally in the clouds. This will be like a little square of Lisbon, and this will be like dark back alley. Okay. No, go away. Okay. Okay, how are we with time? Okay, I think I've got another 20 minutes, so let's just go through it. So this is my basement. This is my basement. And it could be also something like this. So like different locations in the world. I don't know. We'll see. It's just, I'd like to be a little bit scruffy, a little bit damp and dark, you know. Now, this is, I think, very interesting. This is a video made by a very talented filmmaker. It's for From York. The song is called Last Time I've Heard. And I love the song. I just love this clip. I think it's done in Unreal Engine, a couple of versions back, but it's also using a lot of like handmade editing. So the guy was shooting this, printing, I believe, then like correcting with a pencil on top of it, and then scanning it back, and it created this wonderful digital analog animation. And it's a beautiful video. And I always wanted to create something like this, like black and white, high contrast. Do I have more screens of that? I thought I do. Maybe it's obscured by something. Okay, but check this out. It's called Last Time I've Heard. It's in this style. There is a town, like a city, depressing city, long shadows, really crazy. It's very dreamy. Okay, so I want this to be also part of it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. This is our radio station, and it's basically just like we had this convenience store before. These are screenshots from a TV series called Northern Exposure. Okay, and there was this very charismatic guy, a radio DJ, and he had this show. So his name is Chris. My radio DJ will also be named Chris, and he's like a philosopher, very charismatic radio personality. You know, very handsome, very charismatic, very imaginative, very sensitive. So I want this to be my radio station for the town, and that's about it. So we've got our convenience store. This could be also like a museum part and main square. This is also like a main square inspiration. This is the bottom, the dark alleys, and this is Mallorca. Okay, so this is what most of buildings will look like, you know, like this kind of style. And I'm eyeing the chat. If anyone's writing, please say hello if you're here. So yeah, I'll be creating a lot of buildings like this, and I gather a lot of photos from those streets. I love architecture of Mallorca. It's just wonderful, especially on a sunny day. Everything is just kind of rustic and worn out, but also very clean. It's a nice combination of both qualities. And I think those buildings they seem like very original, unique, but also they seem quite the same. You know, there's always like the same type of idea of how building looks like. I like that they have mostly rounded corners. You know, some don't, but yeah, I think it'd be really fun to play with that. And it's also this kind of eclectic theme. So there's like a whole bunch of photos. I was going to go through them, but I don't feel like doing that because there's a lot of duplicates. But maybe I don't need to go through that right now. So that's about it. So radio DJ guy goes on the top. Oh, okay. I don't have cozy girl, the chilled cow girl. You know, I'll just move things like that, and yeah, that's my inspiration. This is how it's gonna. This is how it all belongs. Oh, I kind of need that. So yeah, we'll be creating that in Unreal Engine. But as an unexperienced streamer, I officially am wrecked after doing this little recording. But what we're gonna do next time is I will, for the next session, for the next meeting, I will create. I already have a project in Unreal Engine, and I'll be blocking areas, and I'll be creating pathways to assemble those spaces, roughly. And I'll be creating some textures, some backdrops, and I'll be then creating metahumans to be my actors, and we'll be doing some promos. I already have some scripts for what those characters will be saying, and I will start by creating some videos from that location. And I really like 3D modeling, so I'm gonna stay busy creating movies and creating this environment for a while. And we'll be doing some podcasting and some streaming while in this process. Yeah, but now I'm super tired. Again, I don't know how how other people do it. I want to do live streaming because I think it will make me more accountable, and I'll be able to just to practice this new skill. It's really exhausting. And yeah, I think I'll be able to stay focused more, you know. I need to remember to drink more. Thank you, 2 people that said hi. I don't know if you're the same person or not, but I'm assuming that the video quality is good. What happened was I had so many problems with streaming from my Mac before. And I see now my computer was just not handling even video streaming. Like the video was just very blurry, even though I set all the settings, all the possible settings to max. I have MacBook Pro M3 that I was using before, and I thought it was a strong computer, but apparently Mac is just not capable of handling streaming and running 3D game engine. Okay, it's a big ask. It's a big ask, but I think my Mac was doing a really poor job. My new computer is handling things very well, and I cannot wait to push it to the limits as we create this environment and we bring metahuman actors, and I'll be animating them. I'll have a lot of fun with this, creating this weird world where we combine eclectic style of Brooklyn in the 90s, I believe, modern Portugal, this fictional world of BioShock Infinite, and this charismatic radio DJ in the tower on the very top of our vertical city, and of course the dark alleys of the underground. So that'll be our world that we're gonna create in the upcoming episodes. But right now I'm signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like, because I'll come back very soon to do more of this. And this time we'll get to work. Today was just about inspiration and testing equipment. I'm gonna watch this stream also to see how it was for you, and I will learn what went wrong. Like I can hear my mouse is very loud. I can hear that I need to dump my desk, and I need to do something about better visuals for this stream. Some branding, and I'm using webcam, for Christ's sake. It's not gonna be better. I need to have this video of myself smaller, I think, to make it acceptable. Yeah, leave me a comment if you see something that I should improve or optimize. But I will try my best to improve as we move forward. Okay. Right. So thank you. And